This question is specifically for Mr. Scott, probably from your sermon this morning. Is it okay to picturize heaven?
Is it okay to picturize heaven?
I'm assuming it means mentally picture it.
It depends on what that means. If you're visualizing the truth and the reality and the doctrine of heaven, absolutely. If you're using biblical, metaphorical language to stimulate heavenly thoughts, absolutely. And so when I think of heaven, I go to something like John 14. In the Father's house there are many mansions, many dwelling places, and Christ is going there to prepare a place for me. So I think of a place where the Father dwells in Christ, and it will be a place of peace and fellowship with the Father and the Spirit through the Son, and contemplate what that means, and gives me a great sense of, I look forward to when he comes back again and receives me. Or take a passage like Revelation 21, and it's using lots of language to describe what heaven's going to be like. It's a perfect cube, so it means absolute perfection. It's a holy place. It's a place paved with gold. It gives the idea of splendor and majesty and ineffable glory. And think, what does that mean? And the truth of it comes to my mind, and that blesses me. Or you think of chapter 22, thinking of a tree, leaves for healing and a river coming, seeing God face to face, and using them biblical metaphors to stimulate thoughts for the glory of heaven is not only valid, I think we all should be doing that, meditating on the things above. Maybe the question has the idea of trying to picture maybe Jesus or something like that. I would say you picture Jesus with truth and not a physical picture in your mind. I know that some of us might have been exposed to books or films or what have you, and therefore that's in your mind, some blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy. But I would say don't visualize Jesus in terms of picture form, but in picture of who he is, his person, his names, his titles, his works, his graces, his promises. Picture them in heaven in the fullness and perfection, and that will stimulate your soul. So I would say, yes, visualize heaven, but based upon these biblical concepts, and try and constrain yourself not to go beyond such biblical concepts.